Hey, it's Dana, the Gypsy Psychic. Are you ready for another message? Come on in and get comfortable. Put your feet up, get your blanket, a pillow, something to eat, something to drink, something to smoke. Throw it up on the big screen if you want to. Put in the earbuds, kick back and relax because we're going to unpack some psychic messages. Hey, you guys, how's it rolling? If you're new to the channel, welcome. Come on in. Let's talk about some things. It's going to work the way that it always works. I'm going to shuffle and pray. I'm going to lay out a whole bunch of cards. I will thoroughly confuse you for a good solid minute while I sew together a story. If you're coming back to the channel, come on in. You know exactly what to expect. Snuggle up to this table right here and let's talk about some things. And if you hang around to the end of the video, I will tell you all about my book, The Ultimate Step-by-Step Guide to Your Spiritual Awakening. Hey there, Sagittarius. How the heck are ya? Let's throw some cards for the Sag out there, yeah? Let's see what's going on for you guys. Let's do this. Spirit, Source, Universal Energy. I have the collective of Sagittarius with me, and they want to know what you know. What do you know about Sagittariuses, and what do they need to know and understand about themselves, their lives, and their futures? Spirit, what does this particular Sagittarius need to know and understand? What's coming towards this Sagittarius? What do they need to look out for? What do they need to look forward to? And most importantly, how do they navigate everything for their very best and highest good? Please give me the eyes to see it, the ears to hear it, and the words to explain it. Please tell me where that stopping point is. Oh, right there. I will cut 3 times, and I will pull straight from the top. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, the Moon, whoa. Queen of Swords in reverse, 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to take the Tower in reverse, the Fool in reverse as well. That's going to make hella sense to you in just a second. Makes hella sense to me right now. All right, first card out the box. Prince of Pentacles in reverse. Stuck like Chuck in some way. The Emperor in reverse. Egocentric, self-centered, out of control. The 10 of Cups in reverse. A misalignment of values. And the 8 of Wands in reverse. Talking about delays, stalling, no forward momentum. And the Chariot in reverse. Hard stop. The World in reverse, repeated cycle. Temperance in reverse, imbalanced. The Prince of Cups in reverse in the center of the reading. The 2 of Wands, the future. The 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled, comfort, happiness, satisfaction. The Princess of Cups, some kind of connection. The Devil in reverse, releasing limiting beliefs. The Empress. The 9 of Wands, resilience, persistence, fighting the good fight. The Hangman in reverse, delays, stalling, resistance. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse, coming out of the cold. The Hierophant, it's also a recovery from a financial situation. The Hierophant and the 5 of Wands in reverse. 5 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse. The 3 of Wands in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Princess of Wands to the King of Cups. Interesting. We're going to take all of those. Let's make some sense out of it. All right, Sagittarius, this is what we got going on right here. All right? So, the Prince of Pentacles in reverse is the first card out. It sets the tone for the whole reading. This is stuck. It's stuck in a discombobulated sense of well-being. Okay, why are you stuck in a discombobulated sense of well-being? Well, the Emperor in reverse. You have someone in your environment that is egocentric, self-centered, out of control of themselves, codependent, possibly narcissistic, victim mentality. That's who you have in your environment. Whoever this is for, it's a general reading. It's not for everyone, but it's definitely for someone, okay? This person is a part of your reality at the moment, okay? Ten of Cups in reverse comes on top of this and says there's a misalignment of values here with this person. You can't quite see eye to eye on something, and it brings a lot of emotional dissatisfaction into your life. What's this Emperor right here? Well, the Nine of Wands, resilience and persistence. This particular Sagittarius keeps trying. You keep trying with this person. You keep trying to flip this Ten of Cups in the upright. The Seven of Wands. But what you're not understanding is that your desire to have some kind of connection or happiness with this person is coming from your own inability to recognize where it's coming from. Ten of Cups in reverse is about a less than ideal childhood, okay? So the reason that you are continuously trying to create with this person is because you are trying to fulfill something in your subconscious mind that is left over from your childhood. Perhaps this is a parent. Perhaps this is a love relationship. Perhaps this is a collaboration, a collective representation of all of your relationships. Perhaps this leftover woundedness from whatever happened when your little brain was stitching together. And it doesn't mean it has to be like traumatic and horrible. We all have some kind of emotional wounding from our childhood. And this particular Sagittarius is not connecting the dots between their wounded child and why they continuously try to create peace with this person. The Nine of Swords comes on top of this. Talks about anxiety, despair, painful lessons. Every time you try to make some kind of happiness or peace in this relationship, you always walk away from it completely and totally in a state of despair. Eight of Wands in reverse. Eight of Wands in reverse talks about two things. It talks about, again, that Ten of Cups in reverse and the childhood wounding and why you can't get to where you need to go inside of yourself because perhaps you're not acknowledging where this desire to create some kind of happiness with this egocentric, self-centered person comes from. Perhaps this was a parent in your childhood and you are duplicating this experience in your romantic relationships. If one or both, God forbid, of your parents were egocentric, self-centered, narcissistic kind of people, then you are internally going to be drawn to egocentric, self-centered kind of people because when your little brain was stitching together, that's the only input that was given to you about how a relationship should be. And perhaps you pandered to this person as a child, and now you find yourself pandering to either this specific person again or pandering to relationships that you have formed with egocentric, self-centered people because that's what you're attracted to. That's what you're comfortable with because it was the only example of what a relationship was when your brain was stitching together. Chariot in reverse. Chariot in reverse says hard stop. Hard stop, hard stop, hard stop. The universe cannot and will not escort you into any other phase of your life until you put in the self-control, the willpower, and the determination to do what needs to be done. What needs to be done? You got to see where the root of this is coming from, why you're stuck in the behavior pattern that panders to someone who is out of control of themselves. It's like you're trying to put in and put in and put in, and you never ever get anything out. Where's the Chariot going to take you when you figure all this out? Well, the Three of Cups, they're going to take you to your people, your tribe. You are going to meet new kinds of people. You're going to engage with new kinds of relationships, emotionally fulfilling relationships. Because if you have this behavior pattern in your life, Sag, you're going to keep doing this and keep doing this, and you're going to keep seeking out egocentric, self-absorbed, out of control, victim mentality people. The universe wants to take you to a new place where you can have the emotional connection and the reciprocation that you're trying so hard to get from this person. Page of Pentacles, but there needs to be new ground to grow new seeds on, because your subconscious mind, where anything new, particularly emotionally, is going to grow in your life, is already occupied by all of the briars and thorns and muck and mire and mud that is this relationship. And you can't grow new seeds on sour ground. So when you put in the self-control, the willpower, and the determination to do what needs to be done, the Chariot flips in the upright. What needs to be done? Well, the Eight of Pentacles. You got some things to work on. You got some things to work on. You got some things to work out. Because you keep repeating this over and over and over again. To the Five of Cups in reverse. Work on some things. Work some things out. Follow the dots back to your childhood. Hover over your childhood in the ages where your little brain was stitching together from birth to maybe 6, 7, 8 years old, and see what created this and how this dent in your emotional well-being came to be. And then have the aha moment and say, oh, I see. I can take everything that I have learned about life, myself, relationships, growth, and healing, and I can look back at the root of how this started inside of my subconscious mind and alter my internal narrative to create the kind of life that I want. What you think about comes about, Sag, whether you like it or not, whether it's in your best interest or not. Your internal narrative creates your reality, and you have an internal narrative, particularly with this person, that you need to save them, fix them, bear the weight of all of the emotional responsibility in this relationship. And the Five of Cups in reverse says, no, you don't. Move on from the loss, the regret, the despair, and the disappointment that has plagued your relationships by healing yourself. Find out where the bleeding is coming from so you can put a tourniquet on it and do the work that needs to be done in the other areas so the bleeding will stop. The World in reverse. With this particular person in this particular relationship, it's the same old, same old. Cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle. Same old, same old. It's right beneath that Prince of Pentacles in reverse, right? Stuck in a repeated cycle of your life, not only with this person, but probably with all of your interpersonal relationships. Pandering, feeling responsible, trying to fix things for people, expending yourself emotionally and never getting anything in return because you were taught as a child that that was your job. And it's not your job. Six of Cups in reverse, unresolved issues from your past. Six of Cups is about children, nostalgia, memories, unresolved issues from your childhood. To the Chariot in reverse, causes you to not be able to move forward in your adult relationships. To the Three of Wands in reverse, it's a lack of foresight. It's not seeing the forest through the trees. You're not understanding that this is not your responsibility. This person's fulfillment, happiness, sense of self-worth is not your responsibility. You see, the Emperor in reverse, an egocentric, self-centered person of any kind, they have an incapacity to create a sense of self-worth from the inside out. And they have to create their sense of self-worth from the outside in. This person in your life, Sagittarius, consumes you because it makes them feel better. It makes them feel good when you pander to their victim mentality. And it's a vicious cycle over and over and over again. Yep, not seeing the forest through the trees there with that Three of Wands in reverse. To Temperance. Well, not seeing the forest through the trees prevents you from preparing. The Three of Wands in the upright is about getting ready, preparing, anticipating, and you're not prepared for relationships in your life because you're processing all of your relationships from this wounded child's perspective of allowing someone to consume you for their sense of self-worth. Temperance in reverse, how's it working for you? It's not. It's not working for you at all. Temperance in reverse is an imbalance in the four elements that make up a peaceful human being. Your mind, your emotions, your sense of well-being, and your inspirations to fulfill your desires. In the reverse, it's someone who's just leaking all over their own life because this person has taught them how to empty themselves completely and totally in order to make someone else happy. And you're duplicating it in your adult relationships. The Magician in reverse. Magician in reverse talks about manipulation. This person consciously manipulates you. This person consciously consumes your sense of self-worth as their own sense of self-worth. The Magician in reverse is about not an inability to manifest. You can't manifest the kind of life that you want to live, Sagittarius, because you're so occupied trying to make better what was wrong in your childhood. The Queen of Swords comes on top of this and says, mind in the game. Throw that sword up, set yourself some boundaries, use it to cut loose of the cord that binds you to this behavior pattern in your life. See your truth. Follow those dots back to your childhood and see the truth from a third-party adult perspective, outside perspective. Don't go back into your childhood as the wounded child. Go back into your childhood as the strong, confident person that you are and reevaluate where the disconnect happened for you. Prince of Cups in reverse. This is a pity party. In the center of your reading, a pity party, perhaps your own pity party. Perhaps you're all down on yourself because you can never gain any ground with this person. Perhaps you're all down on yourself because relationships never go in a certain direction for you. Prince of Cups in reverse is about fragmented emotions. You see, the guy in this cup right here, the guy in this card right here, he has one cup filled with his very most important emotions. He has come from all the water cards behind him, reversed and upright. He has dealt with, and gone through everything that all of those cards represent. He's about to become the Queen of Cups because he has sorted through his fragmented emotions like an old basket of socks. And he has decided that none of them belong to him. None of them belong to him. They were all given to his subconscious mind by forces that he was out of control of at the time. And he has decided that he is not going to take anything into his future that does not belong to him. In the center of your reading, in the reverse, you are accepting this person's bad behavior, this person's unhealed, wounded child as your identity. And you have not swept up and cleaned up all of those fragmented emotions yet. Look, the Ten of Wands in reverse, carrying in your subconscious mind this gigantic, overwhelming burden of responsibility. And it's not your responsibility, especially as an adult, especially as a kid. Whoever this is in your life is manipulating you, abusing you, and causing you to have dysfunctional relationships in your life. To the Seven of Pentacles. And it's time to take a step back and reevaluate where you're planting the seeds of your well-being. Two of Wands, the future, your future. You are at the threshold of your future. You only have two choices in a two. You will either step into a new understanding of what life can be, or you won't. And those are your only two choices. Your future, Nine of Cups, can be filled with emotional fulfillment. Wishes fulfilled, comfort, happiness, satisfaction. Your future can be filled with that. I do want to point out, if any of y'all are abusing substances to mask your emotions, your feelings of inferiority and failure because you can't save this person from themselves, that's something you need to think about. All addictions, all of them, food, exercise, alcohol, drugs, whatever, an addiction is used to push down the bullshit that you don't want to deal with, the things that you don't want to feel. So, if any of y'all are doing that, this is why. Because you have these unresolved childhood woundings swirling all over your life. Dig in. Find out what it is. Call your parents out for exactly who they are. It doesn't mean it has to be ugly. It doesn't mean anything. All it means is healing for you. Nine of Cups. Princess of Swords in reverse. You need to stop communicating with this person. All the way around. You need to stop communicating with this person because you can't heal unless you have freedom from the constant drip of this person's consumption of your being. Devil in reverse, and release your limiting beliefs. What are your limiting beliefs? Well, the Hierophant. Commitment, obligation, ties that bind, family, blood, marriage. Maybe it's your mother-in-law or your father-in-law. Boundaries with this Queen of Swords right here. You must give yourself some space from this person in order to process everything that we have been talking about here. Because you can't, how can you heal from a disease if you continuously consume the disease? You can't, right? Stop consuming the disease. Better yet, stop letting the disease consume you. Step away from it and heal. Heal yourself. Just because they're blood, just because they're family of some sort, just because there's ties that bind, maybe there's a contract of some sort. This could be a job. This could be your boss that is actually you reenacting your childhood on the boss because you came from this in the first place. This could be anything for anyone, but all I do know is if you don't pay attention to it, heal it, and cut yourself loose from the root of the disease, you will continue to experience everything that you have already experienced. Over and over and over again. Release your limiting beliefs. The Devil in the upright is an attachment that is a restriction to your growth. And somehow there are ties that bind you to this person. To the Two of Pentacles. You must disconnect from this person in order to be able to balance out your sense of well-being. In order to prioritize your healing, you have to stop letting the disease consume you. And that's a hard thing to hear if it's your parents, right? It's a hard thing to hear that your parent is diseased and that they're going to consume you for your sense of self-worth. But it is what it is. Just take a step back. Find the truth. Own the truth. And the truth will set you free. The Princess of Cups goes right back to the communication, and we have the exact same Devil in reverse right here, right? They reach out to you or you reach out to them, and the Devil in reverse says detach from the toxic pocket. Detach from it, as painful as it may be for you, Sagittarius. For your own self-protection and your healing, you cannot continue to emotionally engage with this person, no matter how much you love them. To the Nine of Pentacles, independent, self-sufficient, standing in your power, bringing the whole situation to a culmination. How? Ace of Cups in reverse, by recognizing and dealing with your repressed childhood emotions. Yes, there is a 6-year-old child running your whole emotional show because this person created you, designed you to try to meet their needs, but you never can because this person has a victim mentality. Consume, 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 poor me. Poor me, poor me. Don't you have pity on me? Poor me, poor me, poor me. Your person is unhealed, and it is not your responsibility to keep allowing them to consume you for their own sense of self-worth. The Empress. This is you standing in your power. Strong, strong. Understanding that your internal narrative creates your reality. And your internal narrative for whoever this is right here is a wounded 6-year-old child. If I can only make my mom feel better, if I can only make my dad feel better, if I can only be good enough, and everybody else will be good enough. And that's just, it's just not true. It's just not even logical. It's not true. The Empress understands how to control her internal narrative. She's lesson 3. She's the dirt of life. Everything good grows out of the Empress. Why? Because she's mastered lesson 1 and lesson 2. She's mastered her internal narrative. She's very careful what she allows herself to believe because she knows it becomes her reality. Lesson 2 is the High Priestess, her ancient higher eternal self, constantly trying to point her towards her true north. She understands this. She doesn't argue with it, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's not what she wants to hear, even when it's not what she wants her life to look like. She follows her higher self because she knows it's been here before. She knows her ancient soul already knows the way, and it might not make sense to her humanness, but if she will surrender to it, it will constantly lead her in the path of her best and highest good. And she knows this as sure as this card is real on this table. She knows this. And this is your key. This is your key, Sagittarius, to conquering this situation, controlling that internal narrative and following where your guts are leading you. To the Nine of Wands, resilience, persistence. Put in the same effort into yourself that you put into making this person feel okay about themselves. Spiritual strength. To the Hangman in reverse, because your resistance, your delays, your stalling to do this, 5 of Pentacles, only perpetuates your feelings of abandonment, only perpetuates your feelings of insecurity. You're feeding yourself your own toxicity, spoonful by spoonful, every time you interact with this person. 5 of Pentacles in reverse says, come out of the cold. Fix this situation. To the Hierophant again, and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Don't let this be your legacy. The ties that bind, don't let it be your legacy, because if you don't repair this aspect of your subconscious mind, all of the generations after you are going to carry a portion of this baggage, because you will pass on your woundedness to your children, just like they passed on their woundedness to you. See, this person can't heal Because of their egocentric self-centeredness, they don't think that anyone is bigger, better, and stronger than they are. They think they have it locked down, and they are unmalleable. They are unteachable. They are unteachable. Even if you've already had children, even if you've already passed some of this baggage on to your children, your healing will change the trajectory. Your healing will change the trajectory of all of the generations that come after you. Your great-great-great-great-grandchildren are going to hear the story about how you were strong enough to stop the toxic family cycle. And if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't all be living in the world that we live in now. Great-great-great-great-great-grandma Sagittarius, great-great-great-great-great-grandpa Sagittarius fixed what was broken in our family line. You have the internal spiritual wisdom to do it. To the Five of Wands in reverse, an increased focus on your goals. Why? Third-party interference. This person is the third party. It's you. It's your spirituality, your path, your purpose, your soul, and this person. This person interferes. It's a third-party situation in your life. It is. It interferes. Three of Wands in reverse, and you're not seeing the forest through the trees because you keep engaging with it. Four of Cups in reverse. You are emotionally apathetic. Queen of Cups in reverse to your emotional codependency on this person. See, this person derives their sense of self-worth from you because you come in and let them cry all over you about how terrible life is. But you derive a sense of self-worth. You derive emotional validation from being this person for this person. And there is a twisted cycle that keeps going round and round and round and round. You are emotionally codependent on this person's desire to need you to fix them. It makes you feel important somehow in that 8-year-old mindset. Princess of Wands says, put in some effort. Effort, effort, effort. Enthusiasm, excitement to do something different. To the King of Cups. The King of Cups is you, your ancient higher self. See how he's got his hands like that, right? That is a sign of someone who is in control. Whenever you're talking to someone and they put their hands like that, together like that in that peaked position, right? This is someone who is either trying to make you think they're in control or they feel very much in control of the situation. This is you being in control of your emotions. And this doesn't have to take a lifetime. This could have been with you for a lifetime, but it doesn't have to take a lifetime. It's the difference between teaching a 5-year-old to read in a year and teaching a 20-year-old to read in a week. The second you begin to acknowledge this and fix this and heal this within yourself is the second it all gels together. And there you are, taking initiative with the Princess of Wands and finding yourself in a very, very good emotional place. But you cannot keep communicating with this person. You cannot. As hard as it might be, as much as it might hurt. If this is your husband, if this is your wife, if this is your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your advice is to kick this motherfucker to the curb. Like right now. Kick it to the curb because you will not ever be able to heal if you are constantly being consumed. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse talks about self-protection. Protect yourself. Why? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Because every time you engage with this person, there is upset in your home, in your family, possibly even your finances. Remember Temperance in reverse, right? All leaking all over the place every time you interact with this person. Three of Swords. It's grief and sorrow and pain. Why? Three of Pentacles in reverse, because you can never make it better. It's a lack of teamwork, a lack of collaboration, a lack of reciprocation. You feel empty every time you speak to this person. Anxiety and despair and sadness and grief and sorrow and pain every single time. Why then? Why? Because you have some responsibility that was laid on your shoulders. You didn't choose that. You didn't come here to make this person better. This person did not fulfill their soul contract with you. The Lovers in reverse. Misalignment of values, an unviable relationship. Don't care if they're blood. Don't care if they're family. Don't care if it's your daughter or your son. Don't care. It's an unviable relationship that sucks the life out of you, Sag. King of Swords, just like that Queen of Swords over there, and Judgment. The only person that can help you is you. The only person that can help you is you. King of Swords, owning your truth. Find the truth of this situation. Follow the dots. It's like putting together a puzzle. You dump 1,000-piece puzzle out on your table and you're like, oh, fuck. Hell, what do I do with this? I don't want to do this anymore. It's way too overwhelming. But the key to the puzzle is you take a piece. You take one piece of that puzzle, you put it in the middle of your table. That's you. That's you at the core, at the root. You put it in the middle of the table. And then you take all of the edge pieces, all the pieces that have the edge on them, right? And you put them together and you frame out the puzzle. And then you fill it all in. 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 It could take you an hour. It could take you a lifetime. It just depends on how much you truly want to heal and be free from the anxiety and the despair and the pain and the grief and the sorrow. And when you get all those pieces filled in, all the little pieces of your life, all the little fragments of your life, your grandparents' history, your mother's history, your father's history, your siblings, when you look at the dynamics of your family life, when your brain was stitching together, it all comes to fruition in a picture. And then you stand back and you go, well, that was entertaining. That was educational. I see the whole thing now because you got all the puzzle together. You see the whole thing. And then guess what you do? You take it all and you put it back in the box. You put the box on the shelf until you feel the need to sort through it again. Then you put the same puzzle back together again. You stand back and go, oh yeah, that's right. That's what that picture was. I remember now. That's what that picture was. Yes. Own your truth. Find your truth. Own your truth. Set your boundaries. Judgment. Because the calling on your life requires you. The path and the purpose of your existence on this planet needs you to heal this up so you can do what you came here to do, because right now you're spinning in counterclockwise circles, not ever getting anywhere. Conscious, cognitive decision to draw a line in the sand and say it all stops here, right now, here, today, right now. Bottom of the deck, the Fool in reverse. Foolishness, insanity, absolute craziness, foolishness of you to waste your life force on this situation. To the Tower in reverse. Tower in reverse is two things. It's averting the disaster of duplicating this over and over and over again in all of your relationships. Tower in reverse is also about a comeback. It's about a transformation, a personal transformation, understanding that you cannot build the foundation of your life on this base, that you have been given to build your life. You have to plow it down. You have to raise it. R-A-Z-E, raise. It's bulldoze it, right? You have to bulldoze it and go build someplace else, because the foundation that you were given in your childhood, cannot bear the weight of what your mission is in this lifetime. Your people failed you, and it had nothing to do with you at all. Nothing to do with you. Any other child born to any other name at the time that you were born to these people would have experienced exactly what you experienced. It was not about you at all. It was about everybody else being so consumed with their flesh and bone experience that they forgot their soul contract. They forgot that they were supposed to prepare you for your mission. It had nothing to do with you at all. Two of Swords, you are at a crossroads, serious crossroads again. Only two choices in a two. You will either begin to think in a different way or you won't. The Ten of Pentacles to the Two of Cups. If you can internalize this, if you can do some of this work, if you can see what it is that I'm saying, if you can pick up what I'm putting down, you will have the capacity to build the kind of future that you want for yourself. You will be able to engage in healthy relationships. Heal thyself, Sagittarius, because your future is amazing, but it can't be built on the foundation that you're trying to build it upon. Ten of Pentacles is about legacy, right? And the Two of Cups is about all of your relationships. Like I said before, you have the ability to change everything for everyone. To the Ten of Swords, betrayal, deception, pain, short end of the stick, bad hand of cards, resentful, salty. Look, Queen of Swords in reverse, saltiness, harboring saltiness. Man, that causes illness. It does. It does. The Queen of Swords in reverse is also a card about denial. Denying why this is all this way. To the Moon. Gigantic, huge, gigantic internal struggle between that which you know to be true, now that you have heard this, that which you know to be true, and that which you don't necessarily want to accept as the truth. You don't want to accept it as the truth that the person that you're in love with or the parents that you came from would be this way, would be unhealed, would be broken. You want to accept that. The truth is the truth is the truth. Find it, disseminate it, and clear it out. To the Queen of Wands, stand in your power and create the kind of life that you want to create. Fulfill the desires that you have for healthy relationships by owning yourself. Queen of Wands, she's not going to take jack squat from this Emperor in reverse right here. The Queen of Wands throws up her hand and says, oh, hell no. Empress avoids it all the way around, right? Empress is like, no, I don't have time for that. That is low level, low vibration, low manifestation. I'm not even going near that. Queen of Wands would get in your face, just like this Queen of Swords over here. She'll get in your face and she'll say, oh, hell no. I don't think so. You can take your big fat pity party someplace else because this is not my job or my responsibility. And it's not, Sag. It's not your job. It's not your responsibility. Temperance in reverse. That's a card of Sagittarius right there. Not owning your truth. Find your truth, own your truth, and your truth will set you free. I hope that helps someone. Namaste. You are a soul having a human experience, not a human having a soul experience. You are a beautiful thread in the tapestry of universal order. You are ancient and never-ending. You have a purpose, this life experience has meaning, and you are important. Your journey on this planet, in this lifetime, is not by accident. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Walk with me through the antiquated concepts of spiritual ascension with a step-by-step guidebook to help you find your higher self and mesh your consciousness with your soul's guidance to live with with intention and purpose. This book is gender neutral, religion neutral, and judgment free. It is a safe place to explore and expand your desire for growth and understanding. There is no agenda here. There is nothing that you should or should not be. Just straight talk that will challenge everything you think you know about this thing called life.